Good, happy Thursday morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, Pembroke residents shocked by big hike to property tax bill. Let's take a listen to this video in this report from WMUR News 9, Amy Cavino.
Pembroke has just 7,000 residents, and a couple of weeks ago, a nasty surprise arrived in their mailboxes.
I've never seen anything like this since I've been here.
David Joden wears many hats here: town administrator, finance manager, and tax collector. It's been a rough few weeks.
There's been some colorful language and dialogue back and forth with some residents, but they're angry, they're upset, and understandably so.
200 plus upset residents attended a budget hearing meeting November 2nd, where school district officials described a revenue shortfall of more than $700,000. At that meeting, the superintendent was silent, according to a frustrated committee member. Superintendent Patty Sherman is in today and received our multiple requests for an interview. She declined, offering us this memo instead. The memo outlines a nearly $1 million revenue shortfall, a loss of $18,000 from state special ed aid, nearly $100,000 less in state adequacy aid, $220,000 less in federal Medicaid reimbursements, and a staggering $737,000 shortfall in estimated revenue from Pembroke Academy tuition. A frustrated budget committee member tells News 9 clearly no one was monitoring declines in enrollment, because if they had, a spending freeze would have or should have been put in place.
Upset, stressed, irritated, all those adjectives.
Carrie Keeley says their bill jumped just a couple of $100 and they feel lucky, but Christmas will be light this year.
It will affect it, obviously, because it's money that wasn't budgeted. It was kind of a surprise, so, but it is what it is, I suppose.
To try and ease the pain, the town is extending the payment deadline to December 27th, giving residents 51 days to come up with the cash instead of the customary 30 days. Also, upset residents have started a petition demanding answers. You'll find a link to that on our website, WMUR.com. Live in the studio this evening, Amy Cavino, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report and that video. No donuts, Dunkin' set to open near Boston Common. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston. Okay, and there you go on that video from WCVB. Maine assesses damage for potential disaster declaration. The Maine Emergency Management Agency is sending teams into the field to verify damage from a windstorm to give Republican Governor Paul LePage the data he needs to decide whether to ask for federal aid. The Federal Emergency Management Agency and local and county representatives are participating in a formal damage assessment on Thursday and Friday. MEMA spokeswoman Susan Falloon says the assessment will continue into the next week if necessary. The windstorm left more than half of Maine residents in the dark on the day before Halloween. Some didn't get their power back for more than a week. The data will help LePage decide whether to ask President Donald Trump for a formal disaster declaration, such as a declaration would apply to damage to the public infrastructure. Chinese investors are strangely pouring money into India. If you go by official India government figures, China's direct investments into the country this century hit a partly 1.6 billion in March of 2017. That's a weak showing compared to President Xi Jinping's 2014 promise to spend $20 billion over the last years in India, one of the fastest growing Asia economics. Transgender service member and their families deal with fallout from Trump's tweets. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
Outside.
That's why we're at Burlington.
They have coats for play, work, weekend, at prices you would not believe. Wow.
Hey, cold weather, we're ready for you.
Thanks, Burlington.
We always come to Burlington to buy our coats.
And we also come to give them back,
To help those in need. Can't beat the brands, the styles. And when we donate a coat at Burlington, we get 10% off our entire purchase.
It makes buying coats here even more meaningful.
Bring in your coats.
There was just something inside of me that really wanted to join the fight. I love my job, I love what I do, and I'm good at it. I will always put the mission first. It makes me proud, it makes my family proud. It's something that my son can look up to me. I'm an Airman First Class in the United States Air Force. I'm active duty in the United States Coast Guard, and I am transgender. But it doesn't matter that I'm transgender because I'm a person. Thank you, kiddo. Thank you. Love you.
Love you too.
Love you, Soph. Have a good next couple days. I'll see you in a couple days, baby.
I don't know. No.
Yeah,
Not go.
I'll be back in a couple days.
Got called by the house.
I joined the Coast Guard in 2005 as a reservist. So I've been in for over 12 years. I've been active duty, official active duty since 2014, but I had done 2 deployments prior to that as a reservist, so I've had a lot of experience. Coast Guard has invested a lot of time and effort in me, and accepted me. It basically just taught me to be a better person than before I joined. And
okay, and there you go on that video. And if you want to watch the whole video, we'll share the link with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. Goodbye, everyone.